Okay. All right. Um. Okay. So now, no, should be. In 2 minutes, can someone just quickly do a recap of what we did yesterday in our class? Yesterday. So, what's that thing that you remember we did in our last class just yesterday? So you can continue from there. Anybody wants to go? I just need 2 persons to share what we did in our class yesterday. I hope you can hear me clearly. Hope my voice is loud enough.
Yes, I
Yes,
can
we
hear you.
can.
I'm on mic. I'll call you. I'll join later.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so who wants to share? What's that thing that you can remember we did yesterday in our class? Just do a recap of that and we can go on to today's class. By God's grace, today is going to be our last class on Power BI. The next week is going to be, next week going to be your capstone project presentation weekend. And the following week will start your SQL class. So yeah, I'm listening. Anybody? Joy was in class. I
Hi,
think for 6.
blessings.
Hi, Joy. Good evening from my end.
Yeah, good evening too. So I think yesterday was an eye opener for me
Okay.
because I'm coming from a healthcare background.
Okay.
So understanding like mostly data, like analyzing data has been a challenge to me. But I think
Okay.
I got a different perspective on how you're supposed to like deal with questions when it comes to analyzing data.
Okay.
So I think one of the things that stood out for me is when we were like making custom rows, using nested if. I think that stood out for me the most.
All
Like
right.
the way you can read a question and analyze it and start working on it. So I think that one stood out for me.
Okay.
And I think I'm really so excited to just continue learning.
All right. Thank you. So who is going next? I need a brother. So I think Dami is the only guy on this call. I don't know if he's success a female now or a male. Sorry, success. Are you a she or a he?
His person.
Okay, she's a she. All right. Dami is the only guy on this call. All right, Dami, go and find your fellow brothers. Once you're done, go and call them out. All right. So, okay, who wants to say something? Then we just had a class. Who wants to say something? Even if it's a female, who wants to say something? Breakthrough. Can you hear me? Or me just if you can hear me. Can Breakthrough hear me? You've always been silent on call. I've not heard you. Can she hear me? She's on this call with us. Just me just want to say hi. Hey,
Yeah.
let's see. Okay. Okay, she's on the call. All right. So who else wants to go after Joya said something? What really stood out for her yesterday? So yeah, Zainab. I think Zainab was on the call yesterday as well, right? So what's that thing that you just a recap what we did yesterday, or if it's what stood out for you? It's not bad as well. Okay. So if you're not saying something, I'll just quickly do the recap. So yesterday we looked at how we can normalize data, create relationship between them, build models. We learned how to use some, how to use so that our project yesterday as well, working in the retail data, and we started analyzing it. We've worked on it. We've done some exploratory analysis of the data. So what we want to do now is just finish up with our class project, and we call it a day, or call it end of Power BI course for this bootcamp. All right, so let's just continue. I'll start sharing my screen now. Please let me know if you can see my screen. I'm just going to start sharing now. All right, can we see my screen? If you can see my screen, let me know you can see my screen, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I
Oh,
can.
all right, thank you. Okay, so this is what we did yesterday. So what I want to do next now is to create a framework for my report. This is just looking, it is, of course, this is analysis of what we've done.
Blessings. Hi.
Yeah, hi,
Am I
I'm
not
listening.
the only one seeing your screen?
You're not seeing my screen?
No.
Can we all see my screen aside from Joy? Who else can see my screen?
I can.
I can see your screen.
I can.
Let me
Okay, let
stop
me just
sharing
change
and
my
share again.
network.
Maybe it's your neck. Let me stop sharing and share again, please. so that stop sharing, share again. But if you're not seeing it, means your network is not strong because you need a very strong network to work with Teams. How about now? Can you see it now?
Let me just change my network. Yeah, I can see it now.
Okay, all right. So what we want to do now is just create a framework for this report so it looks more better. It looks more appealing to the eye because right now it's just looking. Of course, we analyze the data, but it's not looking well organized to me. So we have to rearrange it. And how do we do that? So I created a framework using PowerPoint that would bring in as a background so that would set all these things, all this chart on it. Some people can do it right here on you can do it right there. Either you just use the inbuilt theme in Power BI by coming to your view tab, then select theme to work with, which is not everybody that uses it. Not everybody uses this the inbuilt theme. So you can select themes to work with by coming to your view tab. You can see different themes to work with for your report. Yeah, but I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. What I want us to do, and for some people, they build their layouts right here. On They build their layout right here on what is the normal, the default. Yeah, they build their layout right here on Power BI by using inserting shapes and placing them as a background for each of these charts. But I'm not doing that. I'm going to be creating a framework in PowerPoint. I have done that already, so I will just show us how it looks like and how you can create yours as well. So let's go. I think I have it here on my PowerPoint. So open PowerPoint, and here this is the background. Yeah, I think it's this one. So this is the background I'm using for those three reports. Would have one for profitability, we'll have one for delivery speed analysis, would have one for return rate analysis. So how do I come up with this? So let me quickly do one for you. Then when you are doing yours, you do the rest. I won't send you this sheet because I want you to build it yourself in Power BI as well. Sorry, in PowerPoint as well. So how did I achieve this looking at here? What I did was just, so let's say I have a plain background. So let me insert a plain background. Insert new slide. I want a blank background. This is a blank background. So what's the next thing I want to do? I want to insert shapes. Then I come here to my insert. Still in insert, then you come here to shapes. You have illustration, so you come here to shapes, click on the button. Then I'll select a rectangle. Can we hear me, please? I'll select, can we hear me, please?
Yes,
Yeah?
we can.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, we
So I'll
can.
select, thank you. I'll select a rectangle, then I'll press down my left mouse and draw the rectangle or the shape I want. Yeah, so I have this. The first thing I'm going to do for this first one is to, okay, let me duplicate, Control C, Control V. So for this first one, I just want to give it a color, a teal color. So I'll come here. This can see we have this contextual tab called shape format. Come here to shape fill, click on the drop down button, then select the color, or if you can't see the color there, which I know you might not find that at your own end, just come here to more fill color, then the hex code. Note the hex code, it is #10. That's the brand color for my data click, #10 6861. Even if I want you to recreate yours with another color, use your own color when creating yours. But this is the one for that I'm using for this class. And I'll hit OK. Then you can see we have this. So I'm going to bring this. Yeah, there's a border. It has black border. So I'll remove the border by coming back to this shape format. Then I'll come to shape outline and I'll say I don't want a shape outline. No shape outline. So I'll click this. So to remove the outline. Then I'll set this to be on this side. Here, like this. On this side. Then the next one is the one I'm going to use to create the tiles. So I'm going to format this. I'll right click, then I'll come here to right click on the shape, this blue one, right click and come here to format shape. So once I click on that, we have this section here. The first thing is for the fill. Currently it's on solid. I don't want the color to be blue. I want it to be white. So I'll select white like this, white. So you notice that the shape is having the same color as this background. So let's format this background as well. For this background to just select the background, then come here to color. You can choose a very light gray like this, so it doesn't match with the shape color. So for the shape, I don't want border. So I'll come here to line and I'll say no line. So to remove the line. The next thing I want to do is to add a glow or blur to the body. So I'll come here, this effect, click on effect, this effect, then hit shadow. Come to shadow. Um, for this first option, presets, select bottom right. This first one for outer, bottom right. So that will add a shadow for bottom. So you can see now it looks more, it comes out more than the normal regular shape without shadow. Yeah. So I make sure that it's black color. Leave transparency as 60%, size 100, blur 4%, 4pt, then the angle and everything. So I love it this way. Then I can now start setting it. Let me adjust it a bit. Adjust, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. So you can, it depends on the number of KPIs you want to have. But I think for our cases, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5. So let me adjust it to form 5. So this can be 5. Let me adjust a bit to 5. Ctrl C, Ctrl V, CV. Just adjust it. You know how to do that at your end. Adjust it to fit. They can be of the same size. Adjust to fit. I'm just showing you how to. Then another shape. Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Then the last one at the bottom. So this is how I got this layout that you're looking at. Of course, I had to resize them, make sure that it's looking well organized. So do the same thing. I just showed you how you can do it. You can see how it is. Then for this one, this text box here, how to insert the title, North American Retail Sales Optimization. So how do I add in the title? So let me go back to, I think the title of this project is where is the project now? The title of this project is Retail Supply Chain Sales Analysis. Retail Supply Chain Sales Analysis. I can copy it. I don't want to type. Just go back there. So I'm going to change this now. How do you add in text box? Just come here to your insert. When you come to insert, you see in your text group, you would see text box. Select text box, then come here and drop it here by highlighting, press down your left mouse. Then so you can see that. So you can always highlight, change the reduce or increase font, change from this Aptos to maybe I like using New Romance or this thing. Just select the one, maybe Calibri. You want to work with Calibri. Select the one that would fit for you. So let's do Calibri. Let's make it bold. Yeah. So you can do it this way. So that's how I have all these ones here. So you have profitability here as well. So you type it in also, come here, insert it, or you copy and paste this, select this, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, bring it here, clear what's inside, and type in profitability analysis, profitability analysis, like this, onboarding it. So you have this here. So that was how I got this that you're seeing here. Retail supply chain sales analysis. So that's how I got it, what you're seeing here. And the second one too, the same thing, the same layout as I showed you here, the same thing. Then the third one, the same thing. Insert text box here and organize your shape, align them well. Same thing for this. So how then did we get all this icon? So now you might be wondering, okay, how will you come up with this thing? So it depends on how you want your report to look, how do you want your report to be laid, how you want the framework of a report to be. So sometimes you don't know what to do, just and look for, go online and type maybe dashboard image to get inspiration of how to create your dashboard images. So once you hit that, it will bring out different, images of dashboard you can, that can give you inspiration to create your own. So if you can't think of, and if you're a good designer, you're a graphic designer that can think of, just draw a sketch of how you want your report to look, or how you want it to, yeah, how you want it to be laid, or how you want it to be looked, to be looking. So that's how you can do that. Either go online to get inspiration from Pinterest or your normal Google images, or you sketch out your own layout yourself. So for me, I sketched out the layout I'll be using for this class, and that's why you're seeing this here. So how do we get these icons here? To get this icon, since I'm using PowerPoint, all you have to do is to, still in your insert, you would see in illustration group, you are going to see icon. I don't know if it is, you can see this particular feature in the other versions of PowerPoint, because I'm using 365. When I click on icons, then it will take me to a place where I can now start bringing in the icons. Let's say I want to bring in icon for profit. By typing profit, it will bring out icons that I can use. So just select the icon. Let's say I want to pick this. If I want loss, I want to bring in icon for loss. Type in loss. It will bring in icon that you can work with loss. So depending on what you want. Oh, I want to bring in for customer. By typing customer, it will bring in icon for customer. If I want to type in for product, so anything you want, it might not really bring that thing exactly, or it might be showing you that, okay, we can't find it, but think of something that is relating to what you want to bring in, and you can bring in icons that you can use for it. So you can see, I just pick anyone, maybe any of the item, and what do? Hit insert. So once you hit insert, you download the pictures, then you can now start working with them, adjust it. You can see the way I'm placing it, adjust to the size you want and place it. So that's how this thing works. So let me just delete this. I'm just showing you how to. So that was how I got this layout you are seeing here. All right. So the title for this is retail supply chain. Let's do supply chain analysis. So I'll come here and change this to retail supply chain analysis. Retail supply chain analysis. Okay, so that's that. Then how do I bring this in as, can we hear me please? Can we still hear me clearly? All right, thank you. So how do I bring this as image? So all I have to do, I'm only bringing in 1, 2, 3 as the image I want to work with. I'll right click. Let's go back to, just come here to your file. Let's do file. Come to your file, then come to export. I want to export as a PNG. So I'll come straight down to change file type. Now I'm going to select PNG, that's portable network graphics, or if you want to work JPEG, but I love working with PNG. So I select this. So when I select that, I'll hit save as. So I'm going to hit save as, and it will, prompt me to pick where I want this thing to be saved. Let me say I want it to be saved in my pictures. I want it to be saved in my pictures. So I would go straight to saved pictures here. Then I would leave the name the way it is, or change it to maybe background for retail supply chain. Yeah. So I'm going to hit save. Then this will prompt, do you want to save, export all the slides or just this one? In our case, I want to export first three. So I'll just click on all slides and I'll hit okay. So it has saved it. And let's go back to Power BI. Then for first page is talking about delivery. Second page is talking about profitability. Third is talking about return rate. So I want to arrange in the order of, let's start with profitability first, then delivery analysis, then return rates. Because if I'm going to be presenting this to the executive body, I would love them to see, to know if the business is doing well or not. See the profitability of the business. Was there an increase in revenue or a decrease? I mean, what's the total amount of loss or profit and everything? So I want the profitability to be first before delivery and other things. So how do I bring in these images as a background? So select anywhere on the background, this canvas anywhere, come to your format your report page. This is where you want for, you want to build visual, you want to, insert vision and everything, but you want to format, come here, click on this one. So I'll come here to canvas setting, click on the drop down button. Um, sorry, come here to canvas background. I'm working with background now, canvas background. Then I'll come here to browse image that I want to add in. So I'll click on this image and I'll look for where that thing is on my system. Here it is in this folder. The first slide is this one. I'll select this and I'll hit open. Of course, we have it now, but you can't see it, and that is because it is currently transparent. Transparency is equal to 100%. So I'm going to make it to be 100. Sorry, to be 0, and you can see this here. Then for image fit, it's currently on normal. I will make it fit. Fit. So you're not saying it's not looking well now until you start arranging it yourself. So how do I arrange now myself? So let me just adjust this. So let's press down your shift button. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shift. Okay. So what I want to do, I want to delete this now. Delete total profit. Delete. I want to delete total profit. Okay, total profit. So what I want to be on this, hold on. What I want to be here is, I'm going to show you what I want to be here. Delete. All right, so let's arrange these ones first. So arrange it to fit. Then let's bring customer name here. I think title for this should be top 5 customers by profit. So I'll go and change that from what is looking like to top 5 customer by profit. By profit. And you can try to use your headings to tell a story. Top 5 customers generating the highest profits to the, you can tell a story with your titles as well. So by profit, space, and I'll hit enter. All right, so I have this and I'll come here for this one. I'll bring it here. Then I'll adjust this a bit. So you can see how it's looking compared to before. That is because of the layout, the framework you created. And you see how beautiful this is, well organized, well arranged. Now, so what I want to have on this part is, I want to show, for these KPIs, the ones that was about my KPIs here, I want to show total sales. I want to show, total sales, then total profit, then total, maybe quantity sold. Okay, so what I want to have here, I want to have total sales, total profit, total quantity. I want to have total ship sales, then if possible, total loss. So the company, the executive body can see very clearly. So let's insert a single card visual. Insert that. Then we want to do total sales. We are calculated that already. Come here to key measures, add total sales to it. So I'm going to format this now to give, so format this now to give the call out value. I don't want 45%. I don't want 45. I want it to be 25. Yeah, so you can see how it is. I want it to be bold. Then for the total sales, the title. Then if you want to add dollar symbol, just select that particular measure for total sales now. I've selected it here. Then I'll come here to select dollar. So it will add dollar to it. So you can see dollar sign. Yeah. So we have total sales. I like the title the way it is. So I'll leave like that. Total sales. As you can see. But because there's, this is having a background. So it means if you want to remove background for any of the shape, all I have to do is just come here to my general, select the shape, come to general, make sure you're here, come to general, then come to effect. Then you can see that background is currently turned on. I'll turn it off. So it removes the background and I can bring it here. So you can see how it looks now. So I'm okay with this. I just resize a bit. Then the next thing I want to do is to Control C, Control V, copy and paste again, bring it here. And I want to do for, let's do for profit. Let's do for profit. So I'm doing for profit. No, let's do quantity here. Quantity sold. So I'll come here, remove total sales. Let's do quantity sold, KTY sold. So you can see quantity sold. I'll copy and paste Control C, Control V, paste it here. I want to do for profit. So I'll come here and put profit. So I'll check quantity sold and I'll check profit. So you can see we have profit. Control C, Control V. So I want this one to be loss because you can see the icon I put. This is going high up, so it means there's profit, there's an increase. This is coming down, there's a loss. So I want this to be loss. Will calculate that now. Then the last one I want to be here is shipped sales. We calculated that yesterday. So I'll check total profits and I'll check total shipped sales. So you can see shipped sales. It's here. Then we can start adding the last sign for this profit now. Let's put the last sign. Dollar sign. Then for ship sales as well, I want the last sign. Select it. I want the last sign, last symbol. Yeah, so you can see that. Then yeah, so I said I want this to be loss. So remember when I was calculating profit, the formula was total profit. Calculate the sum of, by summing up all the profits column, then filter out the ones that is equal to profit. You remember yesterday we did that. So I'm going to copy this formula now. Control C. But this time around, I'm going to change the narrative to be loss. Control C. Then select measure, right click on new measure. You want to find total loss. I'll paste that formula. I'm trying to work smartly now. Control V. Then I'll change this from total profit to total loss. So calculate sum of the other factorable profit, where other factorable for profit and loss is equal to loss. So we have this. So I'm going to hit enter. Still the same thing. I'll just change the this thing here, the filter context there. So I'll check total profit and I'll check total loss. So you can see we have a loss of like 32.53k. So I'm going to add in this dollar symbol here. So we have this as well. So this makes sense. So the fact when you're saying brackets, it shows that that's a loss. It's a negative value. So you can see that here, and that's because I'm having a dollar sign. Before there was no dollar sign, and that's why it was showing minus. So this looks very beautiful, right? It looks well organized compared to what we had before. So you can say, okay, let's now start. Maybe you want to change the color. I would have shown you how you can, create a theme and change all the colors at once. So, but I would love to do one after the other. So let's do this. Let's select for this particular shape. I'll come here. This is for total profits. Okay, total profits. I'll come here to my columns because I want to format it, change the color of the columns. I'll come to columns, click on drop down button, and I'll come here to color inside columns. Instead of clicking on color to select color that I want to work with, I'll click on FX, conditional formatting, because I want it to be in a way that the highest value will be highlighted, others will be in faint color. So I click on FX. I don't want to format style based on rows. I want to format based on gradient. Then I'll come here to, okay, based on what category? That's plotting, this is that what we are seeing here is plotting profit by category. So in my what I'm working on is I'm working with profit. So I'll go to key measures and I'll select profit, total profit. So what's going to be your color for low value? Let's give it gray. This dark gray. And what is going to be the color for high value? So those with the highest profits, I want them to have that teal color. That's the hash. So now note when doing your own, because you're going to recreate this particular so 10 6 6 8 6 1. So you're going to recreate this particular report by yourself. You create it, and I also give you custom project. So you can recreate in your own color. So everybody have different color, not the same thing. So I'm going to hit OK. Hit OK. Now can you see how this looks? But currently you're saying it has legend. Since it's showing me I don't need legend, so I'm going to remove the legend. This is what they call legend. This thing you're seeing is called legend. So I don't want legend because my data labels are on. I can see the values. Yes, I don't need the legend. So I uncheck legend. I also don't want this y-axis because it's very clear that you can see the values at the top here. So I don't need this this y-axis. So I'll come here to y-axis. It's on visual. Come here to anytime you want to change the background of your visual, the title, you do it on general. But if you want to touch anything on the chart itself, the chart element, you do it on here on visual. So I'll come to y-axis. I'll come straight down to where I have the values. I will uncheck the values here. So I've unchecked the values, and you can start to even uncheck the title. But let's leave the title so the others can know what we are plotting against what. So you can see how this looks very nice. And you can also maybe want to increase the size of this X and Y values as this title a bit. So come to the title. Let's increase to like 10. Okay, increase to like 10. Let's do for X axis as well. Come to where we have the title increase to like 10 as well. So you may not really see it because it's tiny here. But so you can see how this looks very, very, it looks good. This is more darker than the rest. So I'm going to do the same thing for this one as well. Um, let's see, can I format Painter and paste it here? Okay, good. So you can see what I did here. What I did was just select this particular visual, come here and click on Format Painter. So to copy the formatting of this particular chart, copy it and I paste it here. So let's see if I can do it for this one. Select this, come here to Format Painter, then come here and paste the brush here. So, okay. So yeah, so you can see how it looks. You can see it makes sense. So I'll do the same thing here. Let's see. Let's see if it worked for this one. Copy. Yeah, so it worked for this. Nice. I don't have to stress myself again. So for this one, let's change this total sales and okay. So you can start to change the color. I'm sorry, not color. Change the. I don't want the legend. Oh, I want legend because I want to know the line I'm working with. I also want to know. I also want to know. I want to change this title. So who can come up with a suggestion for what you can use for this title? Let's look. Put in something that makes sense. Instead of total sales and PY sales by year. So anybody have a very good title we can use? Suggestion, anybody? Can we hear me? Hope I'm not the only one on this call. So why still waiting for us to come up with suggestion of title? Let me change the color of this one. So I'm going to change the color of the lines. So still in visual. Sorry, I'm coming, please. Still in visual. Come to leave your legend because legend is needed to be able to differentiate between these two lines. So let's come to lines because I want to change the color of the lines. Then I can select for the first one, select total sales. So what color do I want to use for total sales? For total sales, I don't want that blue. I want, let's give it that 10 6 8 6 1. Then for the other one, so go back and select, change the series from total sales now to previous year sales. And I want the color not to be that blue, but let's give it that light gray. So this makes sense. Can you see how beautiful this report is looking? I mean, if you're presenting this to stakeholders, presenting this to executive body, they without you even explaining, they can see clearly with their eyes that, oh, this is where we're making profit. This is where we are making sales. This is what's bringing us money. And this is what we need to focus on more. So very neat. So now, yeah, so he's giving us a title we can work with here. Somebody, let's who is going to be Englishman or the Englishwoman here to give us a very nice title for this. Maybe we want to look at I don't want to say anything. So let's think. What's that title? This is a line chart showing trend of the sales and previous sales over time from 2014 to 2018. So what's that title you can suggest that we use here? Someone was saying something. Who is saying something? Who is saying something?
Yearly sales trend.
Yearly sales trend. Okay. Can we
Not
make
an
it more
English
specific?
person though.
Yeah. Can we make it more specific? Maybe sales trend, sales and previous year sales from yes, yes, previous year sales from sales trend from 2014 to 2018. I think this looks more specific. So we have this. This looks nice. So let me go back. I'm going to change this page to rename it. So I'm right clicking now, then I'm renaming this particular page to profitability of page 2. So profitability. Yeah, good. So let's go back to the next one. Next one is talking about delivery. So I'm going to bring um the next background image. So come here to format your page. So yeah, I want to show you something here. You can also change. Currently, it's showing the canvas setting, the size. What you're seeing here is 16:9. I can decide to increase it. Work with come to custom and increase the height and the width. So if you want to make your report looks more wider or more increase the height, so you can always come here and do that here. But I'm okay with the canvas setting. So go to background. I'll come here to browse. I'm going to go with slide 2 and I'll hit open. Then, like I said, you can't see anything because transparency is currently on 100%. So I'll reduce that. Then I'll come here. I'll make it fit. Make it fit. So it's okay. So I cannot start rearranging. So let's remove this. Let's remove this card visual. Delete this. So I can start rearranging now. Let me see how it looks. Yeah. So let me bring this one like this. Let me adjust it. Adjust it. It's not hard. Just you want to adjust, place your cursor in between those column lines here and adjust so it can fit wherever you want to put it. So I wanted to fit in here. That's I'm adjusting. So let me adjust again. So you can see how it looks. Just adjust to fit the, or maybe when you're creating your own layout, make this particular place to, to fit well so that I want to see our own report with our own colors. Nicely created, nicely recreated. I mean, so yeah, then let me bring this one here. Let's see. Then let's put this one here. Then this one, let's make it fit here. So doing the same thing for let me quickly so let's do it. Remove the x-axis, remove I'll work on one and paste it for the rest. For this one, I want to come to my y-axis. I don't want the values, so uncheck values. Yeah, so I don't want values. So I worked on this. What I want to do now is to format it. So come here to columns, and I'm going to go to color. For color, I'll choose FX. This is based on average delivery day. So I'm going to select gradient instead of rows based on what category? Based on delivery days, average delivery days. Then my minimum color should be this gray. Maximum color should be that color that we're working with 10, 6, 8, 6, 1. Then I'm going to hit OK. So I have this. I'm going to remove the legend because I have my data labels already. So turn off the legend by coming here, turn it off. So I have this now. This makes more sense. Then I'm going to just copy it and paste it here for this one. So you can see how it looks. So let me adjust a bit. So maybe I should just remove this title here, this axis title, so it makes it. So when you're doing your own, just make sure that you create a layout that it fits for both. So remove the title as well, so that so that it will look. Okay. Let me just put back the title. This is not fitting. So let me change the position. So I think it fits perfectly here. Yeah. So okay. So I'll bring this here now. So I can work with this one. So I think this is okay. Please, when you're creating your layout, make sure it fits. It fits perfectly. So I'll copy this, and my laptop screen is small. Yeah. So I'll copy this and paste it. Yeah. So you can see how the formatting. You can see how beautiful this is. Then for this table visual, I want to make them look nice. So select the table. Come here to format your visual. Come here to style preset. Currently is on default. I can say okay. Let's choose none. So it looks like this. Let's choose none, and it looks like this. So makes sense. All right. So the next thing I want to add is the KPIs for this delivery. So for this second report, this second page, I wanted to have total orders, to have total orders, total customers, total products, then maybe average delivery days. So I'll do that here now. And return rates. So I'll do that here now. I'll bring in a card visual. So let me just come back to this place and copy a card visual. So I won't have to disturb myself. Control C. And I'll come back here and I'll paste it here. Control V. Then I'll change from total sales for this one. I'll change it from total sales to total orders. So uncheck total sales, check total orders. Makes sense. I'll copy this again. Control C, Control V. I'll bring it here. For this one, I want total customers. You can see the icon is for customer. So I'll change this from total orders. Uncheck total orders. Check okay, so we've just calculated customers. So let me paste for the rest first. Control C, Control V. This is for product. Let's do products here. Product. So uncheck total orders and I'll put product. Then Control C, Control V. Let's do delivery days, average delivery days here. Average delivery days should be the one here. So uncheck this, check average delivery day. Then Control C, Control V. Let's do return rates here. Return rates. So I'll uncheck average delivery days and check return rate. So you can see this. So the next thing I want to do is to calculate the one for customer. So we calculated customer. So who can tell me what's that formula that we use to calculate customer? So someone should put me through. I want to find total customer. Because we want to add it in here. So he's telling me that.
So we can't. Sorry, can I answer the question?
Yes, you can.
Maybe we should count the number of customer ID.
Exactly. Thank you. So I'm going to count my customer ID. So I'll right click on key measures, come here to new measures, and I'll come here to this measure. I would say total customers, and I'll come here and I would say, let's do, because I want to count customers from the, I want to count the customer ID from the other fact table. So I'll use distance count so that it will not count duplicate for me. And I would say I want customer ID. So the one coming from the other fact table, and I'll hit enter. Then I'll change this from total orders that is looking to total customer. So you can see how this looks, makes, I mean, so nice. Then the next one is I'll change this from what is looking now to, so give me 1 minute. Let me, just give me 1 minute. I need to plug in my Wi-Fi before it goes off. Okay. All right, so I'm back. So yeah, so we have this. You can see how nice this is. What I want to do now is to change the name from what that is looking now to, let's give it delivery speed analysis. So I'll change this from page 1 to delivery speed analysis. Good. So then the last one here, that's going to be for return rate analysis. So for return rate analysis, I'm going to bring in that page background. I'll come here to canvas background, browse, and I'll come here to let's slice 3, and I'll hit open. So you can't see because of course it is transparent. Then I'll come here and I'll select it fit. So this is how it looks this way. I showed you how you can remove background from your charts because sometimes you might not be working with a shape that is white background, maybe black background, and you need to remove the background. Just come select the chart, come to your format, your visual, come to general, then come to effects and turn off background. That will solve the problem. But it's not showing because we're using a shape with white background. So let's have this now. I'll bring this here. For this one. So you can see return rates by ship mode. So I'll do the same thing here. Okay, so I'm going to adjust this to fit that shape. Same thing with this. So I'll select this and I'm going to format like I did for others. I can go and copy the formatting, but let's just do it again. Come here to, let me just copy the formatting. Select this copy painter, go to speed delivery analysis. Sorry, page 3. Let's see if it works. Paste it here. So you can see it works. Standard class. Then I'll do the same thing here. Select this, copy format, paste it here. It worked. So for this one, I'm just going to change the table. So I can select both tables, press down my shift button, select this one, come here to, because they're both tables. So if they're the same chart, you can format them at once. So I'll come here to default and I'll say I want none. So you can see how this looks nice. And I'll bring my map here. So you can see how beautiful this is. So this last part is going to be for our insights and our recommendations. So we'll do that in class now. But before we start looking at that, so I'll change this from what is looking now to return rate analysis. Return rate analysis. Can you see how beautiful this is? Can you see? Then the next thing I want to do is to maybe add in, I want to add in my slicers, and I want to add in my page navigator. So for the slicer, I'm going to use year as slicer. I'm going to use segments as slicer. Year as slicer, segment as slicer. Use what else again do I want to use as slicer here? So give me 1 minute. So I'm going to use here as slicers, category as slicer as well. So how do I bring in this slicer? Come to this profitability, the first one. I'll bring in, select the slicer visual. So it's here, slicer visual. So I have it here. I'll bring it down at the bottom here. I want to bring in, add in year as my slicer. So I'll select year. So I'll format this. Currently, you can see it's showing this particular format, but I don't want that format of visual of slicer. Come to your format, your slicer. Come to slicer setting. Then currently the style of the slicer is between. We have different slicer style. There's vertical list. If I click on vertical list now, you can see it's going to show us a list like this. If I click on tile, it will show us the tile like this. If I click on drop down, it will show us drop down like this. If I click on between, it will show us the first one. So I would like to go with drop down because I don't have too much space that I want to waste here. So I'll go with drop down like this. I can format my background of the slicer. Let's say I don't want background. I'll turn off the background, and once I turn off background, I'll just go straight to the visual back. Then there's slicer header. When you come to visual, now let me make this. When you come to visual, you'd see slicer header, which is the year, the title here. Come here and say, okay, it's currently showing here. So you can decide to change it here. So I'll put in select year instead of year. Select year. Then I can increase the size if I want to. No, I can increase the size. I can say, okay, I want the color to be white because that black is, so it looks white, it's white. So once I'm done, I think I'm done with that. Yeah, so if you want background, put background, but I don't want the background. So come to the values. The values are the items inside, so you can see the values. So for values is black color. We have, it has background, it doesn't have a background, and you can see. So you can start to increase the size of it, and well, but I think it's okay like this. I think what I want to change now is the, let's see, this slicer color that's showing, the all is showing gray. So let's come back to no. Yeah, so the font color, no, not this, this is for the title. What do you say? Are you saying something?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay, it's fine. So let me just slicer header. There's text. I'm trying to change this, the color for this all, so it appears more than, yeah. So is that border color? Okay, let me see. Okay, and I'll have to just get the formatting for one, so I can just copy and paste for the others that I'm bringing in. So background is okay. Border is this. So let me see. It won't show because I've removed the background already. Okay. Let's put the border so it doesn't look like that. So I'll add in a border. Come here. I'll come here to the general as well format. I'll turn on visual border, and let's keep the border to be white. So yeah, it's okay. This makes sense. Yeah, but I want to change this. I don't know why where's that option to change that values there too. Okay. So I think it's, let me select this now. general, then come here to the values. The font color is black. That's not black. Yeah, white. So you're not seeing anything now. So background. Let's do background to be mm, okay. That's not nice. Let's give background to be yeah. So what I did was to change all the fonts to white, and I changed the background to the background I'm using. So this makes sense now. So I can copy, Control C, Control V, paste it here. So we'd say we're not doing year. Like I said, I want to put in slider for category, year, and segment. So I'll come here to for product and I'll select category. So I'll change the title from what is looking to select category. So I'll select year, category. Then I would copy and paste this, Control C, Control V for the next one, which is
Yes. Okay.
well,
Hello, blessings.
I'm listening.
I lost you for like a bit. The screen was dark. Will you redo what you did to the all that made it white kindly?
Okay, so it's not something hard. I'm coming. So let me just add in the segment, and I'll change the name from um select the slicer, add in segment, then I'll change the title to segment instead of category. Okay, so what I did, I'm coming, segment. All right, so what I did now is select the so select the slicer, go to your format visual. So when you come to values, come here to values, change the background to the background color that you're working with, this particular color or whatever color you'll be using at your end. Change to that background, the one that is here. So once you've done that, then you can now change your color, font color to whatever will match it. So I'm using white here as my font color. Then background color would be the normal color I'm using. So that's what I did. That's what changed it. So I have this now. So I'm going to copy this slicer, press shift, select everything by pressing on my shift button, Control C, then I'll paste it on each of other pages, Control V, sync. So what sync means is that if I use a slicer in any of the pages to affect all other pages, I'll do it here, come here to return analysis, Control V to paste it, and I'll sync it. So you can see that. You can see this. So this makes sense. It looks nice. And the next thing I want to do is to add a page navigator. So once I add a page navigator, I'm now going to show us how to create two tips. Then we'll look at recommendation and insights, and that's the end of the class. So let's add in page navigator. So what's page navigator? It will help us navigate through the pages. So once I click on that button, it can take me to any page I want to take. But if I click on profitability, takes to profitability, and like that. So how do I add this page? Come here to your insert. In your insert tab, in your elements group, you see buttons. Click on the drop down button and you go straight down to where we have navigator. In our case, we want a page navigator that will help us navigate through those pages. So I'll select page navigator, and you can see we have page navigator here. You can see it here. I currently don't want it to be like this on a straight line. So I'll come here to with this selected, come here to is it shape? No. No. Style. So currently, no. I'm trying to grid layout. Yeah. So grid layout, it's horizontal. I don't want the grid layout to be horizontal. I want it to be vertical. So I'll select vertical. And this is going to be like this. So you can see how it looks like this. So I'll bring it here. This is a page navigator. So you can decide to, let's format it so it makes sense. So come here to shape. I don't want it to be rectangle shape. Let's give it, let's get a rounded rectangle. So this is nice. Yeah. So I'll select it again. I'll say, okay, I don't want the color. So come here to this. So let's see. We've done for page, we've done for rotation, we've done for, okay, so star. So let's change colors. Currently, you can see everything you can see it's showing black. So let's say I want to leave it at I want to do white when selected, then gray when not selected. So I'll come here. Let's go with selected. So selected, that means when it is selected, when a particular we're on a particular page. So for selected, I want the background to be the background, the font color to be still be white. Yeah. And oh, let's do font color to be black. So when it's selected, it will come out well, black. Then hold on. Let's do black. Then let's come to fill and let the fill be white. So you can see. Then let's go back. That's for selected. Then let's do for default. Yeah, let's do for default. So default is going to have a color of black. Yeah, then the fill is going to be gray. Let me make it more gray. So you can see this. So this shows it is selected, then others not selected. Or I can decide to make make it instead of gray, make it have the background color itself. So I'll come here to style, still on style. So default color, I'll change the color to be the fill color to be the color of the background, this teal color. Yeah, so this looks okay, but I don't want this border that you're seeing here. So I'll come here to style and I'll come here to border. I'll check border. I don't want border. So it's okay like this. So this makes sense to me. It makes sense. Then there's going to be for hover. So I think I love the way you can see it. I'm hovering around. So I'll copy that page navigator, Control C, and I'll paste it for on other pages. I hope you are still following me. Hope I've not lost us. Control V. Yeah, so you can see. So it's telling us we are currently on return rate analysis page. Come here. It's telling you you are currently on delivery speed analysis page. You come here. It's showing you are currently on profitability page. Are we together? Can we hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
blessings.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Does this make sense? Can you see
Yes,
how
ma'am.
building report is? So it does not just stop at analyzing alone. Your report building to makes it matters. So we have this now. So I'm okay. So if I click on currently, since we are currently on the Power BI desktop. So if I want to click that, press my control click to click that. If I click on this now, with control, press the control button and you click and click, it takes you to the next page, delivery speed analysis. Come here, control click, it takes you. If you are in your Power BI site, you published it, you can just click directly. But if you are still on your Power BI desktop, you have to press the control button before you can click. So you can see how this makes sense. The last thing I'm going to be showing you before we move to checking and putting our internet recommendation is how to add a tooltip, format, customize your tooltip. So I want to add tooltip to this. Currently I'm not seeing anything. It's just showing me color. I can tell that from the darker the concentration of the color, the higher the concentration, it shows that we have high return rates, and the lighter it shows we have low return rates. But I want to add a tooltip so that when I hover around any of the states here, I don't just only see the state name like this. I want to see the state name. I want to see the return rates, the or total orders returned. I also want to see you know, the cities and the orders that were returned there. So I'll come here to we already stated here the state and the return rates, city and the return rates. So I'll come here and click on this here. So this new page one, I'll come here to the format your visual here, and I'll select canvas setting. My type of setting I want to choose is tooltip because I want to create a tooltip. So the tooltip, in this tooltip, I want to have three things here. Two card visuals showing the state name, showing the total orders returned, then a column chart showing city versus total orders returned. So what do I do here? Let's make this view, let's make it more bold. So come here to your view, come here to page view and make it fit to width so you can see what you're doing. Let's do it actual size. Oh, no. fit to page like this. So we have this. So what do? Come here, bring in two card visuals. So I'll arrange it. First card visual, Control C, Control V, second card visual. So we have this here. For the first card visual, I want to show the name of the state. So I would select state, come here to dim location, I would select state. So to add the name of the state, I can now reduce the size, come here to call out value, reduce the size to, let's do 25. Yeah, 25. I don't want this title here, so I would uncheck category label. So we have this. Then I'll come here and I'm going to add in return rates, return quantity returned here. So I'll type in, go to key measures and select quantity returned. So it's showing us quantity returned. So I'm going to adjust this as well. Let's put 25. So 25. So we have 25. And yeah, 25. Okay, 25. Let's do 20. Still looks big. 20. Then return rate. The category label, let's reduce it to like quantity returned. So we have this. Okay. All right. Okay. So we have this. I can just make this. Let's do. I'm trying to make it look more nice. More nice than what it's looking now. Okay, let's do the background. Let's make the background of this particular one. Let's make the background to be, it's white. Let's give it this color. And let's keep it as the font color to be white. So comment category label, let's do white. Yeah, so I have this is showing the returned quantity quantity returned anyhow. So let's leave it like this. Still want to reduce the size of that a bit, but let's still continue. So the next thing I want to add in let's do a bar chart. I'm going to be plotting the state against quantity returned. So I'll type in a bar chart. So I'll add the city, come to dim location, add the city, then add the key measure return quantity. So you can see this, and I'm going to add in the labels, adding labels. So let's do top 5 so that it fits. Let's do top 5 so that it fits and doesn't look, it fits. So you can know the highest, the city in that state with the highest return quantity. So I'll do top 5. So I'll come here and I'll come here to city. I want to do top N, that's top 5. Then filter based on return quantity. Then I'll apply it. So that will just give us top 5 alone. Yeah, so top 5. Then let's make the bar, color FX as well. So rules, that's gradient based on return quantity. Let the least color have this gray, let the highest color have that our color. Hash then 68. When recreating yours, please use your own color. So I don't want legend because I already have my data bar showing. So I'll remove legend. I would also remove this X as, so don't make a mistake. Anytime you have your data labels turned on, don't make a mistake of having this your X axis value here because it doesn't make sense. You already have your data labels. So I'll go back to my X axis and I'm going to remove the values. Yeah, so I'm okay this way. It doesn't look, it's looking somehow, but now let's take it back to its normal size. Fit, that's actual size. This is how it looks. So I can see for Alabama, total quantity returned for Alabama is 3,053. Then these are the cities in Alabama. Los Angeles had the highest, San Francisco had the highest, followed by C2, then New York. I can decide to decrease the font size of this y-axis too. So let me decrease it to like, yeah, so you can see 8. So 8 is fine. Yeah, so this looks nice. So how do I add these two tips to this? That when I hover around any of these things, it shows. So go back to your two tip. So here in your two tip, come here to here in your two tip, come here to drag two tip field here. So I want it to hover when I hover around states. I'll come here to location. I'll select states and paste states here. So I've pasted the states here. So if I come back to this return rate analysis, if I hover around any state, what do you see? Are we together? Can we hear me?
Yeah,
Hello?
we can hear you. Then
Hope I'm not
can
the
hear
only one
you.
here. Hope I'm not the only one here.
Can you pardon kindly?
Can I do what?
Can you pardon the
Can you do
pardon?
it again?
Can I do it again? What can I do again? Like, do what
the
again?
whole the whole the whole thing to do with tooltip.
Can I do the two tip again or the linking?
The whole tooltip.
Oh my. Okay. I would let me use my church mind to do it again. So I'll select, let me delete all this now. So let me delete the whole sheet. Delete it. Delete. Delete. So look at what I did. Add a new page. This is a new page. Click on your format visual, format your report page. Come here to canvas setting. Let's change the type of the canvas setting from 16:9 to 2 tip. Because this is looking small and I want to input some values, come here to page in your view tab, come to page view, select fit to width so that I can put in. Now let's do select. Is it fit? Let's leave it at fit to width here. So I have this, yeah, like this. It's just not fit to page. So yeah, fit to page is okay. Fit to page. So I'm gonna come here. The first thing I want to put is a card visual to show the state name. Another one to show the quantity returned, then a bar chart to show each city in those states versus the quantity returned. So I'll add in a single card visual, resize it, then add in city, the state's name. So I'll come here in your dim location, select state. So we have state. So I'll come here and format this visual. I don't want category label, turn it off. For the call out value, let's keep it at 25. 25. So it makes it like this. So let's keep the color the way it is. Let's make the background color. Come to general, come to effect, change background from white to this color that we're working with. So this makes sense. And you can decide to change the color of that from what is looking like color value from black to white. So yeah, it's okay. So I have this like this. The next thing I'm going to do is to also put another card visual. So add a card visual again, resize it, paste it, put at the end, other end. Then I want to bring in quantity returned. So go to your key measure table, select quantity returned. So you have this. I want to format it. I still want a category label for this, but the call out value is too big. So I'll change from 45 to 20. Hit enter. Return quantity, that's the category label. I'll reduce it to maybe, yeah, 8, like this. Like this. Call out value. Yeah, so it's okay this way. It says okay this way. The next thing I want to do is to now add in a bar chart. So select a bar chart. So I have a bar chart. I'm going to plot all the cities against the city against quantity returned. So I'll select, go to dim location, select city. Then I'll go to my key measures, select quantity returned. So I want my data labels to show. So I'll go back to my format visual, come to x-axis. No, come to scroll down, look for data label, turn it on. Then I'm going to remove the x-axis because we already have our data labels turned on. So uncheck that value. So we have this. So you can see we have a long list of states. I want to reduce to just top 5. So expand this filter pane. On this city here, click on the drop down button. We want to do top 5. So select top n and type in 5. Then by what value? We're dealing with return quantity. So put return quantity here and apply the filter. So we have this. And the next thing I want to do is I think for this values here, I want to reduce their size so that it fits. So I'll come here to my y-axis. The values reduce it to like to 8. 8 is fine. Then I want to change the bars to change the bar color to our normal color. So I'll go straight to bars. I'll select FX. I'm working with gradient. Then city, I'm working with the key measure returned quantity. My minimum value should have a color of light gray. Maximum should have that color we're working with. #10 6861. Hit enter. Then I'm going to hit OK. Now you can see we have a legend. I don't want legend because I have my data labels already. So I'll go back, go up, and I'm going to turn off my legend. So you can see how this looks. So let's see how our tooltip looks when it goes back to its actual size. Come back to page view, click on actual size. And you can see how it looks. I love the way it looks. So because our map here, we return rate with state. Yeah, return rate with state. So I'm going to add these states to my tooltips such that whenever I hover on any state on that map, it shows me this tooltip. So here at the bottom here on this page where we have drag tooltips fit here, what we plotted is state against return rates on the map. So I'll go to my dim location and select state, drag it here and paste it on tooltips here. So you can see this. Then when I go back to my return rates page and I hover around any states here, you get to see the tooltip change. So it tells us, oh, for Utah, we have 57 quantity returned, and these are the cities and the values returned. Pleasant Grove, West Jordan, Salt Lake City, Provo. These are the returned quantity. So you can see when you move around, you can see this. So I'm going to hide this so that when I publish a Power BI, anybody can see my tooltip. So I'll hide it. How do I hide? Click on this page one, right click, and you hit hide. So if I publish this to Power BI service now, nobody will see it. Just only me that would see it. So anyone that interacts with my page will not see it. So you can see how we've done this. So the last thing here is just to start putting in our insights, then recommendation. So you might have to finish up the rest yourself for the recommendation and insight parts, but I'm going to just do my parts here and we'll call it a. So let's come here. How do I add text box? Come here to your insert tab, then come and select text box. So you can see we have text box here. So let's do insight and let's do recommendation. Yeah, so let's do insight here. Insight. So based on the question we're given, let me increase this 12. All right, so let's go back. We've not even interacted with our report. So let's check. Let's see. When you select the slicers will interact with, like click on 2014 now. It will filter or all you see is report for 2014. I select 2015. It will filter or all you see is for 2014. But filter 2016. So what I want to do now, I noticed that as I'm working with the year slicer, is affecting the line. It's not really making sense out of the line chart. So what I want to do is to stop this slicer for year to affect this line chart so that it will just stay the way it is. I can see through all the years. I don't need to use slicer to slice through. I don't need to use the year slicer to slice through this trend line. So how do I stop this slicer from affecting this line chart? Select the year slicer, come here to your format tab. So in your format tab, you see edit interaction. Click on edit interaction. So once you click on edit interaction, you can see all these buttons are saying here. Then I'll come here to the one for line chart. I'll stop it. I'll hit none. So what it means is that this particular slicer would not be able to slice through this line chart, which is what I want. Then I'll go back and uncheck this button. So I select year now, 2017. And see the slicer, the trend line is still the way it is. This year is not affecting it. Year slicer is not affecting it. So that's that. So you can see, let's look at 2014. In 2014, this is the sales that was made. Then the profit is total profit. This is it. Then if I click on 2015, you would see we have total sales. So let's go back. 2014, we had 484. 2015, it reduced to 470. There was a drop. 2016, it increased to 609.5. 0.21k. 2017, 733. So there was an increase. Then 2018, now there's no result for 2018. We don't have any result for 2018 here. So that's that. So now that I looking at that, we don't have any result for 2018. I would love to um filter out 2018 for my slicer. So how do I do that? To filter that out, you can see on my filter pane, come here to year. This is how we can now use our basic filtering. And I'll filter out, I'll select all and uncheck 2018. And that's that. So hold on. Um okay. So I'm trying to so you can see now. Can you see we don't have any 2018 here? That's because 2018 is not doing anything to our report. So I have to remove it. 2014, 2017. How did I remove it again? Select your slicer here in your filter pane. Come here to this year. What you see here, click on the tab button, select basic filtering, then make sure that 2018 is unchecked. So that will not add it to the slicer. So that's it. So you can see how that I can work with all this slicer. So for category, you can see we have, I select furniture now, it's affect furniture. So you notice that this category now is affecting this product category. So it's not making, it's really showing us one. Like I try to stop this particular slicer from slicing through this two that's talking about category so that it will not be, the visual will not look somehow. Edit interaction as usual. Select category, come here to format, click on edit interaction, stop it from featuring this one and this one, then go back. So you can see this, if I click on any of the category here, it will not affect this, it will affect others, but it will not affect this one and this one because I want it to look this way. I want to be able to see the comparison between all categories. So it makes sense this way. I come to segment. I also don't want segment to affect this one. So I'll select this, come to format, edit interaction, and stop it from affecting this one. Then I'll go back. So I come with segments and I work with anyone here. This still remains the way it is. So you can always compare. So that's this. You can see how now it's now your duty as a data analyst to sit down and begin to check through, work with your slicers and check through. Make sure that you're answering your question. Oh. Check through. If there's anything you pick from your analysis, you can also notify them about what they ask you to look for, notify them. So yeah, so let's go back to our question. So is there anybody looking at the question somewhere? Can you quickly tell me well, let's do it together here. To not let's do it together here. So I go back to my
Sorry.
okay.
Hello, sorry, please. I'm sorry for return
Yeah.
breaking.
Yeah.
Please, I have a question.
Okay.
We can I
Yeah, you can
firstly
ask it.
about the two tip.
Okay.
The two tip you added it a map
Mm-hmm.
that is to slide through each of the states.
Yeah.
Now, my question is, can we use two tip to, for instance, a category product and a product category that has subcategory? For instance, using a bar chart to show the product category, and you wanted like when you click on each of the line for each of the
Yes, you can.
product
You can.
category,
You
it's
can
going
create
to
a
show
tooltip
the
that will show
subcategory.
subcategories, and then you add the
Okay, it
category
can be
to
done.
it. So when you hover around the category, to now be showing you category in that data. You can.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
depends on what you want to do. You
Okay,
can.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you can
Thank you
try it
very
out at
much.
your end.
Then for the okay, so for the second question, I
Okay.
didn't know because I was out for like 5 minutes.
Okay.
The slicer you added, was it to did you add it to just one page or you added it to all the page? And
All
if you
page. All
added it to
page.
like
All
the
page.
profitability page that you
Everything.
just
It's
okay,
in
you
all
added it
pages.
to every
Yeah.
is in all okay, so
Yeah.
if you add slicer to one page, it's not going to affect the other page.
Like don't forget, I don't know. Okay, maybe when we watch a recorded session, you can see that when I was copying and pasting the slider to other pages, it was asking you, do you want to sync or not sync? So if you select sync, it means that if you select slider in any of the pages, it will affect other pages. But if you select not sync, it means it will only affect
Okay,
the page that you're working with. Do you
okay,
get?
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I can understand. Thank you very much.
Okay.
You can go ahead.
All right. All right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. So we have this. So I'm just gonna you do that yourself because they're gonna recreate this particular report. So we have delivery insight. What are the average delivery time across product category? So you've shown that. So What is the average delivery time for each customer segment? What is the top, fastest, and slowest? So we've almost answered all the questions here. So you can decide to, put in your insight. See, there's anything that you pick as your insight from your analysis, note them here. Check through your insights. Oh, this is what I pick after analyzing my data. Put them here. Okay, for the states, or the sorry, the category with the highest delivery, this thing is this particular place. Just put it here. Oh, for delivery, for our first question. Oh, okay. So you can see now that you can see this visual is showing just that's because we selected office supply. So you can also edit interaction as well at your end and stop it from featuring this particular one. So yeah. So for your first question that says that what is the average delivery time across different product categories? So you can just list out, oh, for let me go back to, yeah, delivery for each product category. So you can say, okay, for hold on please, let me stop this. Yeah, so you can just say, okay, for technology is 35.1, for office supply 34.5, for this is 34.4. So just put down your whatever you pick. Make sure you're answering the question. Let that be your insight. So do that yourself. That's your assignment for this project. Answer the questions from this objective here. Put out your answers. Of course, you've analyzed it, you've seen what you want to see, but write out your answers in words as your insight. And if there's any other thing you pick from it, when you thoroughly analyze the data, if there's any other thing that you see while checking through the data, note it down too. Then once you are done, let's do recommendation. Control C, Control V. Like I said, I'm not doing this yourself. I'm not doing it for you. You're going to do it yourself. Control C, Control V. Hold on. Control C, Control V. So this one is going to be for sorry, I'm trying to move this. Yeah, this is going to be for recommendation. So I'll name this recommendation. So the data analyst, after you're done analyzing, do anything, your goal is also to help them to analyze data. You're also meant to recommend what you think would make the whole thing better, because they called you because they have a problem. So you're not just there to just help them analyze alone and that's it. Recommend. What do you recommend that we should do better? Yeah. So for me, let me just come here, hit enter and type in, select bullet point. So let's look at what do you recommend as part of your analysis. So we've seen when we come to, sorry, when you're looking at delivery, it was so bad that it's taking some products 200 and something days. Imagine we have some product it took them, let me uncheck this. Let's uncheck this. Let's look at for the year 2017 now. We are seeing some product that it took 214 days to get them to customers. Some product took 214 days, 200 and, it doesn't make sense. Some 212 days. It means it's a problem. How can it take more than 3 months to get to customers? What if I want to use my laptop now? So what do you recommend as a data analyst? So let's make sure. So as a data analyst now, think like an analyst. What are you recommending for cases like this? How do they, do well with their deliveries so that customer gets their item on time? Anybody? So just let's think. Let's think. What do we do? Are we together? Are we with me? Can we hear me? Oh, I'm not the only one on this call.
Yes,
It's
we can
looking
hear
like
you.
this.
I can
Are we
No, we can
lost?
hear you.
All right. So who is suggesting? What do you think they should do? Because
Yes, ma,
we
we can hear
noted
you,
that.
ma.
Yeah, thank you, sir. We noted that the delivery is something else. It's taking more than 3 months to get to the customers. So what do we do? All right. So
Oh,
okay. You want to say something?
Partner with
I don't know. Let me just
Yeah.
try.
What
What
are
I
your
think they should make their research, like find a better way to like the appropriate and the faster routes at which they can deliver their product, and get a tracker, because sometimes might have taking the product out of their space, but
Mhm.
along the line, the product is not getting to the customer early. So they can get a tracker to know that, okay, what is delaying this product for them, for the product not to get to the consumer at the
All right.
faster rate. So like a
Okay, so
tracker or something.
can you reconstruct your recommendation? So let's type it in together. So what are you saying? That we do what? So reconstruct your recommendation. So let's type it
Ah,
in.
I don't know.
What is is it a
Yeah.
recommendation?
Hello.
Yeah, I'm
Hello.
listening. Yeah, I'm
Yeah, what
listening.
she's trying to say is that from what she said, that the particular methods they are using, they should try to diversify to another ways. That is, if they are using maybe a public transportation or a particular courier service, they should
Mm.
switch to another courier service. Or if they are the one doing the delivery service, they should try to analyze the problem they are facing and try to insert maybe GPS to track the specific
Okay.
product.
That's I understand what she said perfectly. What I'm saying is you're the one recommending. So reconstruct your recommendation. Let me type it in. So should I type it in? Okay, so yeah. So sir, you have to help us. So tell us. I want to type in the recommendation. So yeah, let's go.
Incorporate a
Okay.
delivery sales tracker.
Okay, so he's talking. Who wants to? Who wants to? Let's
I'm
quickly.
saying
Let's. Okay.
incorporating delivery sales tracker.
Incorporating delivery sales tracker. Okay, I think it's something before that. So who spoke just now? Is that Damilola or Adekunle?
Yeah,
Who's
I'm
that?
the one.
Okay, so yeah, you want to help with you want to help
I'm
with
dive
reconstructing that. Okay.
changing of
Okay.
delivery method by diversifying to a new.
Changing of delivery method by diversifying. Okay. Changing
Yeah.
of delivery. I hope you know that when recommending, don't recommend generic something. Make sure that whatever you're recommending is specific to the company, to whatever it is that are. Okay, so changing of delivery methods by diversifying. Yeah. By diversifying. Okay. Yeah. So I'm with you. Okay, so now, do you know now?
Okay, so
Let's. Now I have.
okay.
Can we hear me? So now I think I have my point one here because I also have a recommendation here. My point one here is almost the same thing like what Itinu and I don't know if it's Dami now or Adekunle. I can't remember. I don't know who's talking. I don't know. Is it Dami or Adekunle who spoke just now?
I'm the one. Oluwadamilola.
Oh, amazing. Oh, Lord, Amilela. Okay, so it's my own recommendation. The first point is the same thing as what you both said. What you said, you understand, as you said. So it states here that review the logistic process for products with longer delivery time, then partner with faster delivery services or stock popular items closer to the key markets to reduce delays because faster deliveries will improve customer satisfaction and retention. So that's my, so I'm not just telling them what to do. I'm telling them what will be the impact of what to do. What will be the impact of my recommendation? So now I'm saying that review. So you see the same points, but just in a better English, because you're going to be standing before executives. So the logistics, review the logistic processes, yeah, or yeah, process for products with longer deliveries, with longer delivery times, then partner with faster delivery services, faster delivery services, or popular product, stock popular product, product or items. Let's do popular items closer to key market. Closer to key market. Sorry, I'm reading through where I typed it. Key markets to reduce delay. to reduce delays. So I'm not just talking about this is my recommendation. So why? What will this do? What will be the impact of this? Because faster deliveries, because faster deliveries will improve will improve customer satisfaction and retention. So I'm saying, guys, um, what we'll do, this is what Itinu said, but in more constructed. So it's saying that let's review logistic process for products with longer delivery times. Then we'll partner with, you said I was in Korea. So partner with faster Korea, just like what Dami said, faster delivery services or stock popular items. Are we still with me, please? Popular items closer to key market to reduce delays because faster deliveries will improve customer satisfaction and retention. So I can't imagine ordering for a laptop and it's taking more than 2-3 months to get to me. What if I have a job that I want to use it for? That will make people lose me as a customer. So telling them the impact also matters. So another point I have here, so it means you have to sit and think of things to recommend. So who else is going? What other points can you recommend before I say my point? What else can you recommend? Hello, are we together? Where is Isoken? Is she on this call? I've not heard her voice.
Shortage of staff. Go why?
Shortage of shortage of staff. Why? How do you know they have shortage of staff? Okay, they had just four staffs, if I'm not mistaken. 4 salesperson. Okay, 4 salesperson. And let's see. I think there was a part where he asked us to analyze something about this salesperson. Let's go back to our report. There's a part for where is it? Okay, here on this delivery says return rate by salesperson. That's the only thing. So we have someone that Cassandra had she had the lowest return rate. So customers are not returning. She's the salesperson in charge. Customers are not returning most of our things. So why is it that we are having most of, even not if it's not so much, but like 18% of the time, Anna's the sales she's in charge of gets returned. Okay. Study of staff. Okay. No, it could be a good reason. So why do you think that is a problem? And what do you think you should do to improve it? So like I said, it's
They
just
should.
about giving a generic recommendation. Let it be specific to the company. So yeah. If you are sure, are you working there? Do you know that they have study of staff? You know. So what do you think? Yeah.
Are you
Yeah,
asking
I'm
me a
listening,
question?
Dami. Sir?
Are you asking me a question?
Yeah, I'm asking the question. You just said state of staff. So why do you think state of staff? So what are you recommending in that line? That was what you just said now.
Shortage of staff might lead to the late delivery. Maybe someone that ought to have stay at work is currently delivering a particular product at the so place at the location, so which might affect another delivery. So if they recruit more staff, so they
Okay.
can work at the particular times together.
Mm, okay. Recruit more staff and they can work at particular. Okay. 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 All right. So I have one point here that is not it's talking about the salesperson, but not majorly talking about recruiting or no recruiting persons. So it says that um let's analyze returns reason. Yeah, why are people returning these things? What's the purpose of the goods they are returning? Why are they returning it? So analyze returns reasoning, high return areas. So areas where we have high return rates, and also salesperson that had the highest return rates. Let's analyze what could be the reason for the returns. Reason for the returns. Then would um provide additional training.
Oh, good evening.
Someone, good evening, sir.
Yeah, it's David. I wanted to contribute. Sorry,
Yeah, no, it's
my
fine.
this I just came from work, so I was just following without saying anything.
Oh, no
So
problem.
I wanted to contribute to that late delivery to customer,
Okay,
late
sir.
supply of goods to. So because you said one thing, having the highly required goods close to where there is much customers. So I wanted to ask, how about them tracking the truck turnaround time? Like trying to know
Tracking.
exactly why the truck does not deliver those goods earlier than it's
Okay.
supposed to.
Okay. All right. So let me add it. That's nice. Perfect. Review logistic process for products with longer delivery times. So partner with delivery service or stock popular items closer to key market to reduce this. Then we can also say so now you said let me type in your recommendation.
Sorry, the call is echoing. Maybe one person has to mute. Good evening, please.
Okay. Good evening. Good evening. Is that it okay?
Yes.
Oh, I've not heard your voice this morning. I was looking for you. How are you doing?
Very
Okay.
well. I joined late and later on
Oh,
my phone went off. I just came
yeah.
back again on the
Oh,
call.
sorry. So yeah, David, I'm listening to you. I want to. You said something about putting. I'd forgotten. Now, just tell me so I can add it in. Yeah. So David, I want to hear from you. You said something about. I can't remember what you said now, but
Yes,
just tell.
first we have to track the truck turnaround time. The truck
Okay.
turnaround
Track
time. If the
the truck
yes,
turnaround time.
yeah, if they have a fleet team, I think these trucks should have like a tracker to know what
Okay.
keeps the truck
Yeah,
that long on
it
the
only
road.
mentioned that to track the truck turnaround time. So let's leave it at this. So thank you very much for that. So I would put in
Okay.
one more recommendation. It is your job, everybody, to add in more recommend. You can maybe create a new page. If you have plenty of recommendation, put it there. It is your work. It shows that it is unique to you. So the last one I'm going to put here is just analyze return reasons. Analyze return reasons. Return reasons. Yeah, once you analyze return reasons, um, in high return rates states, return rates AAA country Z return okay, sorry, analyze return reasons in high return areas or salespersons. So what else do you want to do after that? Is to now provide trainings for these people. So provide additional training. Maybe they need more training to do better. Provide additional training. So and just like what Damila said, it might also be that they also need more hands. So but you have to know, be sure if um they need more hands if they don't have enough salesperson. So provide additional training or policy change policy change policy changes to avoid selling items likely to be returned. So you know that this item will be returned, avoid selling them, likely to be returned. So what this would do is this would help prevent returns. So this will help prevent returns, as well as improve sales processes. Okay, so we've done this and build stronger customer relationship. So I'm not just recommending here, but I'm telling them what will be the impact of my recommendation. That okay, if you begin to analyze the reason for returns in either areas where we have high returns based on our map visual here, and also salesperson that also had the highest return rate. So once we have done that, let's provide additional training for this salesperson or let's change policies that would avoid selling items that we know that they will most likely be returned, because this recommendation would help them prevent returns and also improve sales processes and build stronger relationship with our customers. So that's one recommendation I'm giving to them. Then, no, like I said, do yours. Have your own recommendations. Think of better ways you can recommend that you can make things better for the company. So I have plenty here. There is, focus on marketing efforts on the most profitable product category. Then, introduce more variations of bundles. So, we have some categories. I think technology has the highest, technology brings the more profit, the most profit and sales to the business. So you can say, okay, let's maybe introduce more variations or bundles that would attract customers in for that particular categories, so that to encourage more sales, more purchases. So this is just think of something. Think of recommendations. You have to, that's how you're not just analyzing data. Critical thinking. Think, what can this do? How can I help this company? I'm not just analyzing data. So that's that. On that, we are done. Yeah, we are done with this. So how do I publish my work to Power BI? So I'm supposed to do that. I'm going to send immediately after this class. I would upload the link on how you can get. If you have an organization email or school email, you can use it to log into the Power BI. But if you don't have organizational email or school email, or you don't want to use those two and you want to have your own email to use, I'm going to upload a video on how you can get 365 email that will only allow you use free version of Power BI service. So I have an organization email I'm using for my own. So I'm going to just come here to my home tab. I have these ones are okay now. Come here to home tab. Then in my share group, I'll see publish. So I'm currently signed in. So I'll hit publish. So to ask you to save this, I'll save. Then I'll publish this. Now, in Power BI, there's something called my workspace where you can publish your personal work. So I'll click on my workspace and I'll hit select. So this will publish it to Power BI service. So let's wait for it to do that. All right. So please, I'm going to spare me a few minutes after it, please, so that I can, explain your custom projects and when you submit and when you presenting. So we have this. I'm going to open this in Power BI service now. Open in Power BI service. So, okay, waiting for this. So this is how it looks like in Power BI service. Okay. So this is how it looks like in Power. This is what we call Power BI service. This is how it looks like. So when you upload Power BI service, let's say I want to share this now. Come here to your file, go straight to embed report, click on publish to the web or public. So I want to share with people. You want to share with people. Now, note, if you are working with an organization, it will not be ideal to share with the public. Maybe you're just going to work within your organization and share with your team members that are collaborating with you on Power BI service. But since it's just a normal custom project we're doing, a task project we're doing here, just share to public. So come here and click on public, publish to web, then hit continue. So it's telling you, hope this is not confidential. Hope it's not something that has to be company or anything. So I'll just hit publish because I know it's not confidential or anything. Then, so once I'll allow it load, then just select copy here. So this is showing page one. Page one. So you can see this is page one. So it will show you that. So let's just copy this. Copy. That's the link. So if I send this link now to somebody, Control V, the person will see the report I've worked on online. He will see it. He or she would see it. So yeah, this is it. So you can see the report on. You can see how sleek and nice it's looking. But they won't know the kind of work that went through this dashboard, this report. So you can see how. Like remember, I said when you publish on Power BI, you don't need to control click. Once you just click, it takes you to anywhere you want to go to. Click. So anybody can interact with your reports. Anybody can interact with your report. Anybody can interact. So a person can hover around and see. You can see how beautiful this is. You can see. By hover around on exact anything I put would show. So this is how your report will look like on Power BI service and when you share it out to the public. I would have loved to, you can just maybe read up online on Power BI service to just be be familiar with the interface. Yeah, but just where this is the cloud-based form of Power BI. All right, so that's that on that. So your mode of, I want you all, please recreate this dashboard with your own color. Yeah. Then how do you submit? Do a screenshot of your reports with your insight and recommendation. If you're on LinkedIn, post it on LinkedIn, then tag us. That will be your submission for class project. Then our custom project. This is custom projects. Is it this one? No. So our custom project is, yeah, this is our custom project. So I'll upload it after the class as well when I've uploaded the video recording of this class. So this custom project, you have to submit latest by okay, latest by Saturday morning. That's let me give it, let me say 12 p.m. on Saturday latest. This is your custom project. It's a credit application monitoring and risk evaluation system. It's an insurance. So let's quickly glance through this. In today's dynamic financial environment, banks and financial institutions are under pressure to make informed lending decisions while effectively managing credit risks. So, with the increasing volume of credit applications, it's essential to maintain transparency, track performance, and ensure compliance across all levels from the relationship manager to the product and customer level. Then our institution receives hundreds of loans or credit product applications monthly across different regions and customer segments. These applications are managed by multiple relationship managers, RMs, evaluated using several credit risk parameters and backed by different types of collateral. However, inconsistency in the application processing, gaps in monitoring risk, and lack of insight into product level performance have made it difficult to drive strategic decision confidently. So to solve this problem and enhance our credit operations, we are building a comprehensive credit application monitoring and risk evaluation system, a data-driven solution that brings together information from applications, customers, product, and internal teams to provide a 360 view of performance and risk. So these are the objectives. You can see these 7 questions. They look small, it looks simple, but it's as technical as what we did in class. You have to understand the objective to solve the problem. Else, you will end up solving your whole problem. So, how many applications have been submitted, approved, or closed over time? Think of it. How can you solve the problem? Which products are most applied for? And how do they perform financially based on interest income and capital? Who are our top customers by capital amount, rating, and relationship length? Which relationship manager and branches are handling the most application and generating the highest value? So you can say this question: what is the distribution of application errors and how can we reduce them? What types of collateral are most frequently used, or how do they relate to expected loss or risk rating? So are we seeing any trends in customer rating, industries, or locations that can impact credit performance? So you can see they are looking simple, but they are tick questions that take someone that would sit down and think critically. Okay, so how did I get my data set? Come here and hit download here. So to show you data set that you have, so you can see it's here. Yeah, so we have three. So I think this made your work easy. It has been split already. So you have customer, products, then bank details. So but make sure to still check through your data to see if there's something to normalize. So you have this. I think the only thing you need to do is to maybe add a date table, create a date table so you can link them together. So once you know how to download now, come here to file, then hit download either Excel or CSV file. Then you bring it to your Power BI and you start your analysis, relationship, creating relationship, answering a question and everything. So your custom project submission is going to be in two ways. You're going to submit your PBIS file to um um your PBIS file to your classroom, number one. Then number two, a screenshot of your report to your with your insights and your recommendation, along with a screenshot of picture on your LinkedIn. Then you tag my data Clique and also myself. My name is Blessing Ibrahim. So tag me there. So that's your second mode of submission. Then on Sunday, we're going to have a presentation. So it means you'll be presenting your work. Walk us through what you did and everything about your report. So you walk us through that. on Sunday by God's grace. So next week, that's next 2 weeks. Okay, this is a new week already. So next week you will start your um secret class next weekend. All right. So that's that on that. Are we together? Are we still here? Are we lost? Who is this about the custom project? Any question?
Yes, I'm here. Please, I have
Oh
a
yeah, no.
question.
All right. Answer. I said answer. Ask
Okay.
child. Yeah.
Okay. The first thing is that is the question going to be in a dashboard format or in a presentation slide like the way we did the Excel capstone project?
Okay. Okay. I would love. Let's do report. Let's do report. Let us do presentation slide. I want to see your dashboard.
Okay.
I want to see.
Okay.
I want
Okay.
to be able to. I want you to walk me through your ET or your Power Query
That,
and everything. I want to. So that's don't do Power BI. Sorry, don't do PowerPoint slide. I want to see your report.
okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Thank you. And secondly, is it going to be an individual project or
Of
teamwork?
course, this is individual, not teamwork. Excel was
Okay.
for
Good.
teamwork. This one is
Yeah.
individual. You're working yourself.
Okay. Thank you very much. I think that's
Yeah.
my question. Thank
Okay.
you.
Who else have question? Who else? Anybody? Who else have question? Okay, so we don't have anybody with question. So do we understand the custom project? It is submit
Yeah.
this coming Saturday by 12 p.m. both on your classroom, your PBIS file. Make sure that you submit on LinkedIn with a screenshot of your report and your insight and recommendation, tagging my data click and myself. Yeah, so that's second. Within third one, you're going to present your work on Sunday evening. All right. If there's no question, so there's one last thing before we call it a day. Yeah, because it's been an amazing ride with us. Honestly, I don't want to end the class, but I have to go. Okay, so for this Power BI, so there's something called documentation of your project. So it's not about you building reports. You should also be able to document your work process, your project process, what you did, you know, what's the overview of your project, how you did. I would have loved to send us a Medium link, but I'm not using the other laptop now. So I will share it to us after the class. Someone should please remind me if I forget. You can either document your work on Medium or you document your work on GitHub. Same thing. This is not my GitHub. My GitHub account is not here. So maybe when oh god. All right. So I'll just send us the Medium link. I'll send us the Medium link so you can see how someone documented his work. One of our guys, he documented his Power BI, his I think it's Excel or something project on Medium. So do the same thing for this particular. So I know you have a lot to do, but that's the purpose of this boot camp. So you get drilled. Yeah. So after you're done with recreating this particular report, document your work on Medium, document your work. So I will send you a link to someone's Medium page on that documentation. So you can see how the person did it. So document your work, put a screenshot of your report there, and everything. I'll send it to you after the class. So please do that. Document your work on GitHub. Same thing on Medium. Same thing with your custom project as well too. When it is time for you to do that. All right. Yeah. So any question? Who was lost during the
Yes,
class?
ma'am.
I cannot go back, but who was lost? Any question, anything? So yeah, I'm listening, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
It's not really like a question now, for more of like a solution or a recommendation. Use the 4 gig
Okay.
RAM laptop and working with Power BI to start with it has been very difficult. Sometimes to load, sometimes clicking
Ah,
on something before it.
yeah. I
I
did
don't know.
only see what's the RAM of your system? Is it 4 gig RAM? If it is 4 gig RAM, is it 4 gig RAM?
Yeah, 4 gig RAM.
Problem. That's problem. I used to use 4 gig RAM before now, and when your Power BI takes a lot of space and power. So if you're using Power BI on a system with 4 gig RAM, prepare to be frustrated. It will frustrate you. There are times that I remember going for what do you call it now? Workshops, my laptop then Others have gone far. I'm still trying to open the desktop safe. So it will frustrate you. So you need I think for me, I know it's going to cost you. What I did back then was I had to go change my system. I had to increase the RAM of my system from 4 gig RAM to 8 gig RAM, and I changed the hard drive from, is it hard drive now? What do they call it now? I changed the drive from HDD to S. Is it SSD? Yes, solid state drive. SS. That was what helped me to start using my Power BI on the system then. So I don't know what you're going to do because Power BI consumes a lot. Just maybe you can just be patient with your laptop. You might have to spend extra hours working on it. Yeah. So if you have the money, and I trust God for provision for you, get your RAM increased, and yeah, maybe that one first and see how if it would. But I don't know. But that's how frustrating Power BI can be on those kind of this thing. Any other person, any question?
Please remember to help us send the link on how to open a Power BI account.
Yes, I will do
Sign in
that
on
now
it.
after the class. I'll do that after the class now. I will do that. Who else? Any
Okay.
question again? Any question again? Anybody wants to say something? Anybody? All right. I think we all understood the Joy. Are you there? Can you hear me? You have any question? Anything? Okay.
I just have a question. Are we allowed to consult you when we are stuck on the project?
Of course, you can consult me anytime. Don't consult me in the midnight, though.
Okay, thank
You
you.
consult me. You can consult me, but not in the
Now the
midnight,
time
please.
the time difference is a bit crazy because right now it's 10 in Kenya, but it's fine.
10 p.m.
Yeah.
Since it's 10 p.m., my time here is 8:08. So you are 2 hours ahead of us. So it means even at that, don't message me in the midnights. So you are 2 hours ahead. Yeah. But yes, of course, if you get stuck, I would answer your question. I would, yeah, I'll be here to answer your question. Any other thing? All right, guys, thank you so much. It's been an amazing ride with us all. I mean, I don't want the class to end, but I have to go. Like I said, I have to end the class. Yeah. So we've come to the end of Power BI class for this boot camp. The next class is going to be on SQL. So thank you so much for joining in, guys. Thank you. I would always say thank you for giving yourself to learning. Thank you for taking our time to join the class at all time. I know it's not easy. You get tired. There are times you don't want to join. There are times you want to be on your own, but then you still you guys didn't start like this. You had a lot of people that joined, and now they are not here. So thank you so much for giving yourself to learning. We don't take that for granted and for being present. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Dami. Thank you, Itunu. Thank you, Suken. Thank you, Halima. Thank you, Zainab. Is she still on this call? I think she has gone off. Thank you, Success, Joy, Breakthrough, Ayomide, Aminat, Adikule Diamond, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you, Yetunde. Yeah, thank you so much for joining today. So please, yeah, I think we can call it a night now, not a day. All right. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.